Introducing Mike Tyson. I want a good, clean, hard fight.
6 months into Mike Tyson's professional career, and his reputation was growing, as was the issue of finding a boxer who could last more than a couple of rounds with the Iron Man. Manager Jimmy Jacobs designed Mike's busy schedule, but his devastating punch and hungry critics demanded a change in tactics. Fight number 8 was against a more experienced fighter called Michael Johnson.
Okay, we've got a fight coming up pretty soon here, a heavyweight fight. We've got Mike Tyson against Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson out of Florida with 12 wins and 5 losses, 8 by knockouts, is going to fight a very tough young man.
Yes, Mike Tyson, in my opinion, the most exciting young heavyweight in boxing. He keeps punching, 7 wins, 7 knockouts, no losses. Almost made the 1984 Olympic team at the age of 17. He's 19 now, and if you haven't seen him fight, you're in for a treat.
And he's also built like a bull. He's only 6 foot tall, but he's built. He's got a back that looks like a brick wall.
6 foot tall and 6 foot wide.
And Steve was able to talk to him a little bit earlier today, along with his manager. So let's take a look at that interview. Steve with Mike Tyson.
Steve Farhood with undefeated heavyweight Mike Tyson, 7-0, 7 knockouts, and his co-manager Jimmy Jacobs. Mike, so far the record is perfect. Do you think what you need right now is a good, tough distance fight?
Well, no, because as I look at it, the point, and as everything's going now, I'm confident. I'm getting more belief from the fights going to 1 round or 2 rounds, whatever they're going. No matter who it is. If the round happens to go 10 rounds, which I doubt, because as long as the fight goes, I become more hungrier, and I dwell on the heat, everything, and I feel great on a fight. Maybe if I fight somebody and the fight goes 10 rounds, the outcome for the opponent would be even worse than a 1-round knockout.
Okay. Co-manager Jim Jacobs, you must be pleased with Mike's development so far. You have one of boxing's most exciting young fighters.
Well, it's true, Steve, but one of the problems that we have, Bill Caton and I, managing Mike, is that when you manage a fighter who's a devastating puncher, you cannot really calculatingly plan for a fight to go 8 rounds or 10 rounds, because Mike punches so hard that eventually the fighter goes out very early, which is a disadvantage for Mike because he doesn't get the rounds of fighting that you people would call experience.
Right. Okay. Mike, tonight you're fighting a fighter 196 pounds. You came in, I believe, your career high in terms of weight. He's really a cruiserweight. Is this something you're working on for speed?
Nothing at all. Again, you're asking the wrong person, because I didn't pick the opponent. You have to talk to Jim Jacobs. But as of the fight and everything, I'm looking at him just another passing point to the title. Whoever's in the way, I don't care who they are at the moment. They're just, people might say opponents, but as I say, I'm just going through them because this is for real, and Mike Tyson's for real.
Okay, Mike Tyson, Jim Jacobs, thank you both very much, and good luck.
Thank you.
And back here at the Atlantis Casino Hotel, Mike Forrest with Steve Farhood, and I got to tell you, I just spent an entire day with heavyweight champ Larry Holmes about a week ago, and Mike Tyson sounds just like him. But let's go up to Stefan Harari for the official announcement of this bout.
In the heavyweight division. Our referee for this fight is Frank Cappuccino. First in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the red trim, weighing in at 196 pounds. His record is 12 wins, 5 losses. 8 of those wins by knockout. From Florida, please welcome Michael Jack Johnson. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the green trim. Undefeated with 7 wins, all of them by knockout. Hails from the Catskills in New York. Please welcome, weighing 219.5 pounds, Mike Tyson.
Well, I was about to say, when Stefan Harari made the announcement, Mike Tyson really vocally sounds just like Larry Holmes. I mean, I thought I was back in Easton, Pennsylvania, talking to the champ.
He does sound like him.
Unbelievable.
He's meaner, though.
Is he meaner?
Look at the size of him. He looks like the Incredible Hulk. He really does.
In that case, I'm glad I'm not Michael Jack Johnson.
Yeah,
Round number 1, scheduled 6, but hold on to your hats. Nobody thinks it's going to go that far.
Well,
Oh, there he goes. He's just going to bull his way in. Those rights to the body. Left jab, right to the heart.
quickly want to point out, first fight for Michael Jack Johnson in 2 years.
I'm glad you pointed it out because down he goes. The left hook just buried him, dug him in the ribs.
I think it was a
And Michael
left and a
Jack
right.
Johnson went goodbye. That left hook just caught him and sent him right to the canvas.
23-pound weight
Oh,
advantage,
my goodness.
and he put it
The
all
right-
there.
The right to the head, and it's all over. Goodbye.
I hope he's not hurt because that was a brutal, wide-open punch.
He did not have his guard up, and Mike Tyson just Michael Jack Johnson, a big smile, but he didn't even break a sweat.
He may have to run around on the boardwalk a little bit to get his night's work in.
Just to kind of wind down. You know, these fighters get geared up for these fights, and what's he going to do after a couple of seconds work?
He may take on the house. It was a right hand. It was a right hand right there. No, we didn't see it yet. I'm
Well,
sorry. Here it comes.
There's the left
There's
hook.
the hook to the body.
And
he missed the
with
right.
the right.
Yeah.
It was just the left hook, and he has so much power in that left. I mean, that's the kind that breaks ribs, folks.
That was a left hook to the liver.
Oh, my goodness. And look at that, man. That's Michael Jack Johnson flat on the canvas. The ring doctor kneeling over him as Mike Tyson has the gloves cut off. I don't even know why he bothered putting them on. Okay, Mike Tyson with the gloves off. Michael Jack Johnson got up off the canvas.
One right hand. He didn't wait for an invitation. Here it comes. Whoa.
I'll tell you, Michael Jack Johnson earned his money the hard way tonight.
Well, there's not much to say about that knockout except to watch it.
I think, as a matter of fact, that was such a fantastic finish. By the way, there's Michael Jack Johnson getting up, and I think my friend Steve Farhood is going to get up into the ring, and we're going to have him talk to Mike Tyson as soon as he can get in there. Look at Michael Jack Johnson. He's still hurting. That jaw might be broken. That jaw may very well be broken. There's the scene in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Frank Cappuccino stops this bout. Actually, it wasn't stopped. It's by knockout at 39 seconds of the first round. The winner and still undefeated with 8 knockouts, 8 wins from the Catskills, New York, Mike Tyson.
Unbelievable.
Tyson. Have a nice round of applause, please, for Michael Jack Johnson.
And there's your winner. All by knockouts, all 8 victories. You heard it, 39 seconds of round number 1. The man, in the truest sense, is an animal, but we say that in a positive way as it refers to almost any athlete. You say he's an animal, it's a very big compliment. There's your loser, Michael Jack Johnson, still sitting down. The ring doctor will not allow him up until he's sure he's okay. He took a brutal shot to the face. A fantastic right hand by Mike Tyson, who is going to go a long way because he is strong. He is like a bull. And Steve Farhood is getting prepared to talk to the winner. As you look at the loser, still wondering where he is. Look at him. He still looks a little bit woozy. I wonder if his jaw did get broken. That was a tremendous shot he took. There's your winner again. As Steve Farhood is now in the ring, and he'll be talking with the winner right now, Mike Tyson and his manager, Jimmy Jacobs. Take it, Steve.
Steve Farhood with the winner, Mike Tyson, manager Jimmy Jacobs. Mike, the first knockdown, left hook to the body, you saw an opening? No, I was practicing mostly on the punch into the body. In this fight, I was very relaxed and very calm, and I plan on staying that way for all my fights in the present. And as you say, when I caught him with the left hook, I heard him grunt, and I thought come back real fast, and that was the game plan.
The right hand after that, you didn't wait for an invitation, went right at him.
Not at all. it's my style. You make your own opening. You time things. Everything was set up. When he went down the first time, I knew what was going to hit him, and that's how he planned. To be a pro fighter, I'm the master of the pinpoint. My shots are so accurate and so precise. Not to be egotistic, but when they land, they're so precise. I just can't help it who you are. You have to go down because there's a law when Mike Tyson hits you.
Any heavyweight was going to go down from that right hand the way you hit him.
I believe so also, and I like to thank my manager right here, Jim Jacob, for giving me the opportunity to fight with Jeff Levine.
Okay, let's bring Jim in here. Jim.
Hi, Steve.
Is he going to knock out everybody?
Well, we have a marvelous problem, Steve, as I told you before the fight. The marvelous problem is that it's very difficult with a kid who throws hydrogen bombs to get him experience. I mean, everyone states, well, why don't you get him fights where he'll go 7, 8, 10 rounds? The problem, which appears to be insurmountable, is that he is one of the most devastating punchers that I've seen in the last 10 years. And that's a problem. Nobody can take his punches. So until we can get someone who can go 5, 6, 7 rounds, it's going to continue to be a problem, a lovely problem.
He proved the devastation tonight. It must be very hard also to get sparring partners.
It's extremely difficult to get sparring partners, but even more difficult now. Mike has only had 8 fights, but the word is out, and that is that every punch he throws is a knockout punch. I mean, the punches you saw tonight could knock out any heavyweight in the world. And it's a problem. He's a young 19-year-old boy with amazing talent, amazing punching ability, and we're going to have to struggle through.
Any timetable we can talk about at this point?
He's going to be moved up to 8-round fights, if you want to call them 8-round fights, at the end of this month. But it really doesn't matter whether you schedule a fight for 8 rounds or 20 rounds. You saw the type of punches that he throws, and it's a question of who can survive that type of punching. I don't know of any heavyweight who can take those kind of punches.
Jimmy, thank you. Mike, congratulations, the first-round knockout winner. And back to Mike Forrest at ringside.
Thank you, Steve. Devastating puncher, Mike Tyson. Let's take a look at the first knockdown. This is the knockout. I'm sorry, because I just saw Frank Cappuccino step out of the way, and I'm glad he did, because if he had gotten in the way of that, oh, my goodness. Oh, good night. Good night, Irene. The party's over for Mike Jack Johnson.
I want a good, clean, hard fight. I want a good, clean, hard fight.
Tyson's 9th fight was against Donnie Long, a.k.a. the Master of Disaster, who had a good record and was the first opponent who was expected to cause Tyson problems. This was a step up for Mike, a step away from the comfort zone, and was exactly what the critics demanded.
Well, the heavyweights are ready to step back into the ring. Undefeated Mike Tyson out of Catskill, New York, against always dangerous Donnie Long. Tyson has been touted as one of the outstanding heavyweights coming down the pipe, and Al Bernstein takes a close look at him.
At 19 years of age, heavyweight Mike Tyson is hard to ignore. Even if you don't think his abilities match his hype, he's quite a specimen. We saw him score one of his 8 knockouts over John Alderson in July. And it was a big right hand that did the job after the usual Tyson pressure attack. Lorenzo Kennedy felt the sting in August when a half hook, half jab sent him down. When Mike gets a fighter in trouble, he's a finisher, and Kennedy couldn't stand up to his assault. But tonight, the opposition is much tougher. Donnie Long. Does Tyson think it's his hardest test?
I look at him as a good fighter, as I look at most of my opponents were good fighters. But if I happen to knock out Donnie Long in like 1 round or 2 rounds, will he still be considered the toughest opponent that I fought?
What about the fact that he's got more experience than you at this point? Does that disturb you at all, or is it something you think you can cope with in the ring?
Well, most definitely I could cope with it. I wouldn't be in there fighting him if I didn't think so and my managers didn't think so. But besides the point, I think fights are in there to be won, and you're not in the basis to go in there and say, well, I participated, I was here, I was on television. And if you go in there with that attitude, I think you're in the wrong business. And these fights are meant to be won. I think you should win as many of them as possible.
Well, Mike Tyson, just as we saw earlier with Bert Cooper, hasn't gone long in 5 of his 8 knockouts here, Al. And only 3 opponents have been able to get by that first round.
He goes out quickly. We've seen that every time. And again, the key question, what if Donnie Long takes him a little longer into the fight. We'll see.
Well, Donnie Long is a rather interesting story. He did not fight at all in 1984. He's had 2 impressive fights in 1985, and I'll ask him, going up against Mike Tyson, if indeed he'd be ready for this outstanding youngster.
I'm in good shape. I feel sharp, and I feel like I can outbox Tyson.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. You felt that Tillman in the Olympic trials outboxed Tyson, used his lateral movement and good jab, and those are skills you have, but you can punch also.
Yes. I plan on boxing Tyson, too. I think that I can box as good as he can, and I keep him in the middle of the ring, and I can punch if not better than Tyson.
Will this be a win that puts Donnie Long back into the heavyweight picture?
This will be a win that let everybody know that Donnie Long is back.
Well, 8 previous opponents thought that they were the toughest for Mike Tyson. Donnie Long may well be. Let's meet him officially. Here's ring announcer Michael Buffer.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we stay in the heavyweight division. Man your battle stations. This is going to be a good one, scheduled for 6 rounds. The referee for this bout is Frank Cappuccino. Introducing first in the red corner. He's wearing the red trunks with gold trim and weighs 215 3/4 pounds from Youngstown, Ohio. His professional record, an excellent one, 15 wins, 3 losses, 10 by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, Donnie, the master of disaster, Long. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with green trim, weighing 215 3/4 pounds also. He's from Catskill, New York. Undefeated in 8 consecutive bouts, all knockout victories. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson.
Interesting enough, both fighters weighed identical, 215 3/4 today.
Good evening, gentlemen. You both received your instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean, hard fight. Both of you touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Again, Donnie Long out of the ring, but he's returned for 2 fights. The last August 27th, a knockout of Frank Draper, 2nd straight knockout in '85. And Tyson with 8 consecutive knockouts, put down Michael Johnson 39 seconds into the first round, his 5th first-round knockout in his 8 professional fights. Again, Tyson in the white, in the red and the gold is Donnie Long, and Tyson goes right in with the left hand.
Mike Tyson has enormous strength, and that's what he will try and test Donnie Long with. Long himself can punch pretty good. He's got some power, but the key for Long, I think, in his fight is to counterpunch well against Tyson, hit him as he's coming in.
Tyson again, another one of those fresh youngsters, only 19 years of age. Long is 27.
Oh, wow.
My.
Well, that was quick.
Tyson putting him down here early in the first. Frank Cappuccino looking on closely. You see Long holding those gloves up to say he's all right, but is he? Here comes Tyson. Left hand again.
Well, he nearly sent Long out of the ring with that left hook.
Tyson. Oh, Long is down. 2nd time. Another knockdown.
There is no 3 knockdown rule, but the referee can stop it after 3 if he decides so. This is very impressive. Mike Tyson not expected to come out this strong against Long.
5 of 8 have fallen in the first. Is it 6 of 9 as Tyson comes out with a strong right-hand barrage again?
This is as bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look, but give Tyson credit. That's it. Wow.
The left hand puts him down. He collapses, and this one is over as the doctors rush into the ring.
Make no mistake about it. That was a good performance. Not just because of what he did, as you look at Donnie Long, and he's talking to the doctor, we certainly hope he's okay, but because he did it against a fighter who, even though he's not what he was 2 years ago, is still should be more than a journeyman heavyweight. Boy, he's strong. That young man is strong, and for Donnie Long, he felt the effects of that strength.
You know, it was interesting to see Long when he thought he was going to get up and then just kind of crumple down again. We had fear for the injury for Long, but you can see he's up, and Tyson's celebrating here, and Long is up. And now the celebration can go as we take a look again at a disastrous first round for Donnie Long, a big one for Mike Tyson.
Donnie Long came out with the hopes of boxing Tyson, but there, Tyson gets in with a very good left hook on which he had great leverage and hurt Long. I think Long didn't expect that he would be able to be hurt. This is a man, remember, that went 10 with James Broad, 10 with John Tate. Couldn't go even 2 with that man, Mike Tyson.
Well, Kevin Rooney looking on. Manager Jim Jacobs out in the crowd. Mark Baranski also there as young Mike Tyson has put away Donnie Long in the first.
The end of the fight. That left hand, such a short left hand, but delivered really well by Tyson. And they've been working to shorten his punches, and it has been effective.
Well, I know there's a guy smiling out there, Gus D'Amato, 77-year-old trainer of Mike Tyson. And let's officially get the time of another first-round knockout for Tyson. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the official time. 1 minute, 28 seconds of the first round. 9 consecutive knockouts, 9 consecutive victories. The winner by knockout, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson with another knockout. Again, his 6th in 9 professional fights. A knockout in the first round. Top Rank Boxing, and one of the bright new stars is Mike Tyson. He visits with Al Bernstein.
Well, Mike Tyson is indeed turning into a bright new star in the heavyweight division. Earlier in the day, I really thought that Donnie Long would be a fairly tough opponent for you. He wasn't.
Well, like I told you earlier today, if I knock him out in 1 or 2 rounds, would you still consider him that?
Well, I thought he was supposed to be, but I guess he wasn't.
Oh, now he wasn't. He was.
No, he was a tough man. I'm just saying for you he wasn't tough, apparently, because you beat him.
Well, first of all, I'd like to just thank Cus for putting in all the hard work and reaching me to the goal that we're trying to approve right now. And I'd like to say hello to all my family back home and to once more my dearest friend, Rory Holloway, back in Albany, New York. And now on the question, I knew from the beginning, but everybody else knew, that it was no comp. It was no comp. Let's like the rest of it. A lot of people came to look. Jesse Ferguson came to look. The Fraziers came to look.
James Broad was out there.
All of you come get some, because Mike Tyson's out here. He's waiting for you. All come get some.
All right, well, let's see what you did give to Donnie Long. We'll take a look at the first left hook, Mike, that you knocked him down with. Take a peek at it.
Everything was timed. I saw, like, I put my jab out. He had a good jab, so I said, I'm a timer. Boom. He wasn't even respected because I saw the right hand keep coming down. And I was very calm and relaxed.
Now, his plan, I think, as it is for most people that fight you, is they want to try and box and stay on the outside and jab you and counterpunch you. But you are very hard, apparently, to counterpunch as you come in. Why do you feel that's so?
Because I put so much training and effort into evading punches. As anyone say, as Henry Tillman said in an article, some derogatory things about I'm a doer, I don't think or move my head. As anybody could see, I'm almost a master at invading the punches coming at me. If anybody saw all of my fights, I don't get hit. I yet to have a bloody nose. I never had marks on my face. And as everybody say, it's hard because I'm a counterpuncher myself, but I just do it with a lot of aggression.
That's something obviously you and Kevin Rooney also work on a lot, the evading of punches and the defense as you come in, because you know you're an aggressive fighter, and so guys are going to try and counterpunch as you come in.
That is so, but anybody that wants to stay in the business for a long period of time like myself, I plan on staying in boxing. I would like to box for at least a good 20 years because I love the game. And to be in this game for 20 years, you can't be in there, you can't take a lot of punches.
It's a long time, 20 years.
True, but I'd like to finish a career with 20 years.
Okay, yeah, he is young, that's true. What's next for you, do you think, in terms of your level of what you want to see?
Well, as I was saying, I can't really tell you at this point, but it was supposed to be for 8 rounds. I was supposed to start fight 8 rounds, but for some unknowable reason, it came to 6 rounds. But I was prepared. I was ready for 10 rounds. I trained for 10 rounds, all my fights, and I'd like to thank James Broad a great deal for training with me. It helped a great deal. And like I said, whatever my managers decide, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm going to do my business. They're going to do their business, and our goal is going to be a far-gone conclusion.
All right, you took care of business tonight. Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you very much.
What a phenomenon Mike Tyson was. 19-year-old, 20-year-old boy, the youngest man to ever become champ of the world. He hit guys and knocked them unconscious, not unlike Joe Louis and George Foreman. And he had hand speed like a Muhammad Ali, and he'd move around. He's going to be remembered for a long time.
Mike Tyson's fights were turning into a battle of quality versus quantity. He needed more experience before he faced the top heavyweights, but everybody so far had failed to challenge him. Tyson's extraordinary journey continues in the next episode of Tyson, raw and uncut.
Mike Tyson. I believe he will be the youngest heavyweight champion of all time.